finely decorated with the brand logo. Hello, my name is Chris and this is Writing Delight. Today I have a fountain pen here of the brand Cerruti 1881. Cerruti is actually a fashion brand, but I also have other items in the program. And these include fountain pens, such as the Cerruti Abbey, which I have here. In a package where you slide out the inside comes the fountain pen. This fountain pen has a simple elegance. The fountain pen is matte black with gunmetal colored trim. The fountain pen tapers out slightly towards the end, so it thins out. The finial is decorated with a gunmetal colored element. This curves into the clip. At the beginning of the barrel we find, framed by two small decorative rings in gunmetal, a white, silver-colored decorative ring. The lettering Cerruti 1881 is worked into this ring. In front of the slightly tapered barrel end is a fine decorative ring in gunmetal. Also in gunmetal is the actual barrel end. Under the clip-on cap is the grip section made of plastic and the silver-colored nib. This is decorated with a fine pattern and the Cerruti logo. But let's take a look at a few details. Here is a silver trim ring with the Cerruti 1881 logo. We have here the nib with the decoration. The nib is neatly finished. It is decorated with the Cerruti logo. In the hand, the pen is comfortable. The slightly tapered shape supports this. You can post the cap on here and the pen sits reasonably in the hand. However, I'm generally not a fan of this. This is also the case here with this fountain pen. But let's get to the writing sample. The Cerruti Abbey glides pleasantly over the paper and has a light, pleasant feedback. The nib is stiff, but it puts the ink on the paper well. The nib feels a bit wet writing, but fully in the pleasant range. By the way, the fountain pen is filled with Monteverde Midnight Black. Writing with this fountain pen is pleasant. The nib is good on the paper, and just this combination of fountain pen and ink used here is also good. It's a bit of a shame that the nib is only available in one nib thickness. But we are not dealing with a conventional stationery manufacturer here. However, the nib size can be classified as medium. As usual, let's take a look at the fountain pen in comparison. We have it here with Visconti Homo sapiens, a Diplomat Elox, a Hahnemühle Bold, a Waldmann P2000 and a Lamy Safari. As usual, you can find the exact specs on this fountain pen in the video description. But the pen is in the usual range here in all situations. In a second comparison, here's a fountain pen with an Aurora Mamba, a Waldmann Commander, a Cleo Scribent Aura Laguna Dragon, an Otterhut Design 04 and a Lamy Studio. We have with the Cerruti 1881 Abbey a fountain pen that already has a certain distinguished elegance. The look is not plain, but it has a certain restraint. But it can be considered quite classy all in all. A matte black body, gunmetal colored trim elements topped by a white silver trim ring. That looks good. Also, when you pull off the cap, a smart looking nib and grip section that is not only usable, but looks good too. And the nib isn't just fancy looking, it's good. It writes very comfortable. Especially with this ink, it was a real pleasure to write with the Abbey. And since the nib is rigid, it's also suitable for people who tend to generally press down hard and don't do well with the flex. However, there are no different nib widths. This is, of course, a great pity, and in my eyes a disadvantage. But for people who like to write with a medium nib, this fountain pen can be quite interesting. With brands that do not come from the stationery sector, one is always skeptical about the writing instruments, and rightly so. A fashion brand that now also offers fountain pens? How serious is the company? You can ask yourself these questions. But the pen can also speak for itself. It looks good. You can use it anywhere. It looks good in an important business meeting, but it's also good for taking notes in the lecture hall. And the nib is really comfortable. The only thing against the fountain pen is that there are no different nib sizes. Otherwise, the fountain pen appeals to me. It's not a luxurious writing instrument, but a solid fountain pen. Usable with cartridges and ink converter, it is very flexible in use. And the metal body also makes it robust. What do you think of such pens that come from companies that are actually known for other products? Would you buy and use such pens? Or do you prefer the usual brands? In any case, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave me a thumbs up and a subscribe if you liked the review. Here come more reviews, but also tips and tricks. I would be very happy. See you next time.